Hey, how you doing guys? ZDEyE here. So today I wanted to share my review for The Last of Us Part 1. Now, I will be quite honest and upfront. I am a bit of a fan on the, PlayStation side. I love PlayStation games, third-person perspective especially. There's just so many fantastic titles that just simply out of this world. That's just how it feels like, especially with its gameplay and also the storytelling. So when we got information and an announcement that Last of Us Part 1 is getting made, or should I say remade, for the PlayStation 5, I actually was quite, ecstatic. I was really interested. But unfortunately, that excitement didn't last for too long until we started hearing so many things regarding that, what is going to be missing, how much changes will this remake entail comparing to the original. And obviously, the excitement would have dialed down, and it did for me anyway. So now I have played the game, I have finished it. I've gone so far ahead because I love The Last of Us, right? I love the original Last of Us. And The Last of Us Original is here as well, it's present, it's all here. The glory, the atmosphere, the gameplay, the storytelling is all here. It's brilliant and it's glorious, truly is. And because of this, I ended up going for a Platinum Trophy. Yes, so I went for the Platinum Trophy for this The Last of Us Part 1, the remake for the PlayStation 5 as well. Now, I want to actually, before I continue with the review, I want to say something. I was quite disappointed because it's regarding the trophy list. I was kind of disappointed the way that there's no difficulty related trophy, unfortunately. I think I actually would have, kind of made the game a whole lot longer because it took me 13 hours to get this Platinum Trophy for The Last of Us Part 1. And so I'm just like, oh man, that's kind of sucks. Now I think that there will be something going on in terms of the future update. Perhaps maybe Naughty Dog will introduce a little bit like a separate list specifically related to the difficulty trophies. But wouldn't that be a good idea to have that now? I don't know. Okay, so back to the review of this game. So what can I say? Well, that's just the thing. If you have played Last of Us, you already would have played this because there's literally no difference. Like, it's identical, the environment is there. And talking about a little bit of an environment, I'm sorry dude, but you can actually still feel that this is a 13-year-old game in a lot of cases because of the environment mainly. But it's not like to say it's bad, but I just want to confirm and say that there are still a lot of similarities that you will definitely find in here comparing this to the remake and of course the original. So $70 is the biggest thing why people are very upset about this, and I'm one of them. Even after playing the game and getting a Platinum Trophy for this game, I can confirm that this is 100% not worth $70 price tag. Now, of course, if you're a die-hard fan of The Last of Us and you love the gameplay or the story, it's more of the same, and obviously you will love that. And of course, all power to you, enjoy the game, I'm happy for you. But I gotta say, man, the amount of stuff that it includes here, it doesn't unfortunately legitimize of being a $70 price tag because there's very few of the Last of Us Part 2 gameplay upgrades. That's very questionable. Like, what's going on there? Why did they make that kind of decision? And yet, back on track regarding the price tag, why did Sony or PlayStation not put this in somewhere in category of $40 to $50 range? Why specifically a full price tag? And that's what mainly, kind of got everyone very upset about this, and myself included. Now, let me tell you this up front. The Last of Us Part 1 is a fantastic game, but it is a lackluster remake. But not to say that it does not look good, because it freaking looks incredible. I'm gonna give it the biggest compliment I can. This remake and the way characters look, wow. Wow. The eyes, the movement, the facial expressions, the way the characters move and stuff like that. It is simply I want to say a movie realistic, like a real realism. It's incredible. It's I know there's a word for a photorealism, but again, this is it's a video, so obviously that's why I say these things. It is simply incredible. It looks fantastic, and it sounds fantastic, and it's just joy to look at. It truly is. The gameplay though, that's the bad part about it. It's not that the gameplay is bad, but this because there's no extra additional features that should at least kind of warrant of a full price tag for this game. And yeah, I know there are a few implementations that have been taken from part 2 and implemented in here, but it's not nearly enough for it to be, again, warranting of a full price tag. I played the game, I've seen what it has. I played also the DLC, since obviously you need to play the DLC to get a platinum trophy, so of course. And everything is identical. Like everything from A to B points like C to D and continuing on. Gameplay, if that would have been actually introduced with some sort of a dodge mechanic, then maybe that would have been like a nice feature, but they didn't include that at all. Nowhere. It's nowhere to be seen. Like dodging, you cannot prone, you cannot jump. It's like very questionable decisions what they made here. Now they have touched on, for example, when you finish the story, you can unlock these extras within this game that you can replay this game. Perhaps if you want, you can have infinite amount of ammo, or you can have a a bow and arrow with explosive arrows, right? And you can use that, have a little bit of fun. There's also customization. Mind you, customizations suck. What the hell, what's up with that? Customizations suck. Everything that we've seen in these customizations, Joel already has worn during the progression of the story. And few of the additional things, for example, what he was wearing in a part 2 is present in here. But again, it doesn't necessarily give us much, options to go through. Ellie has more options, and they got some quirky ones too. And I actually, they're cool, I guess. They're cool. But that's just not nearly as enough. Again, there's a lot of things that are present in here, but I don't think there's much of replayability value. Mind you, it's not like to say it's because the game is bad. Again, I'm not saying that for love of God. And I gotta say, I'm gonna give this a very big positive. I also mentioned in my impressions video. This is a very very big thank you. Thank you for allowing us to skip these damn puzzles. I'm so glad. Like, I don't mind doing them once or twice. But the problem is, I already experienced, by the way, they're exact same puzzles, same as they were in the original PlayStation 3 era of this game. And so, after experiencing PlayStation 3 version of The Last of Us, PlayStation 4 of The Last of Us Remastered, and I replayed the remastered version for like 3 times already, I don't want to play these puzzles again and again. It's just a waste of time. Well, that's all I got to say about this. It is not good enough remake. It's just not a good enough remake. This is more or less of a new coat of paint that's been put on here. Or like I say, this is just a remaster, unfortunately. It's a very well done remaster, that it's a very poor remake. That's just it. This is The Last of Us Part 1. Now, I can definitely see why it's receiving less scores, even though it's an identical game, but Call of Duty is an identical game year after year, so what does that mean? Is this supposed to get scores lower down as well, right? So it's like first Call of Duty comes out, it's 10 out of 10, so the second one is identical, pretty much like how Call of Duties usually come out, right? So is that gonna get like a 9 out of 10? Then continues on, it's like by the time 10th Call of Duty comes out, it will be 0 out of 10. It just doesn't make sense why we all have to give to a game exact same rating as it did for the PlayStation 3, like a 95 Metacritic, and also the remaster also received a 95. Now I think it's between somewhere 89 on Metacritic for the remake, and I think it warrants it. Now, even though the game's fantastic, but what's it getting such a praise is because it is The Last of Us. It's not getting praised because it's a remake. The negativity comes in because of the remake. The only positive side of the remake is because of the quality improvements that this game received. Anyway guys, that's all I got for today. Do let me know what you think about this Last of Us Part 1. Okay, like and subscribe. See you guys all, and have a wonderful day.